Hello and welcome to episode 7 of my Empyrion Galactic Survival tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on the tier 2 drill, controlling your base lights and the personal drone you get by pressing the F5 key. Now I've been meaning since episode 2 to tell you about the F5 drone. It has to be one of the coolest features of Empyrion Galactic Survival. I mean, it just makes certain tasks so easy. And let's give you a demonstration from, first thing I better do actually is get some food. Remember we placed down our water generator? Well, taking a look at that now, you can see it gathers up loads of water jugs for us, which we can turn into purified water. So if we go back downstairs, and I know my oxygen's flashing, don't worry about that, we'll get to oxygen. There's just so much I want to cover. I really love this game. I'm tempted to just whack out 20 episodes on it now, because I'm really getting into Empyrion. Even though I'm juggling so many games, this is definitely one of my favourites. Well, they're all my favourites in actual fact. Anyway, right, first of all, let's sort my food out. Remember I planted one little farm? Well, we're getting there. So as you can see, my design is that I split the grow pots by having a concrete path in between them. And then that way what I can do is run around the room and gather so much food now you won't even believe. My food problems are over, as yours will be. So you just go around like this, doing the F key on all your crops. Just make sure you never by mistake use your drill, otherwise you will lose the seed and the plant. It's okay as long as you've got one of the plants, one of the food type in reserve, because then you can just make another seed. So you can see, just whiz around like so, and it soon starts to add up. I mean, the game in the PDA is going to tell us about doing a farm, and so once I've done that, I'll just show you. I've shown you the steps to doing this farm, so we're all good with that. But I will run through what the PDA gets us to do, just so it's complete. Okay, it doesn't take long to gather, as you can see. I've started to dedicate each 9-block tile to a certain vegetable, which I must do for the rest. Okay, there we are. So I've just gone around, gathered all that I can. What do we do with that now? Well, we head to the fridge and we can store it all in there for now, like so. You can see I've made some canned food. Canned food lasts just so long. As you can see there, perish is 350 time, and so you've just got plenty of time. Once you get canned food, food problems are over. Okay, I'll keep the other bit of food on me. I'm going to eat it before it perishes. So as you can see, you'll start to build up loads and loads of food. Now I can turn them into more seeds, or I can just keep growing and putting in here like this. That's my canned vegetables. I will grow other crops because it's good for growing for healing covers and etc. Right, let's show you the F5 drone. Sorry, I should have been a bit quicker with this. Okay, if you press the F5 key, that puts you into your drone. Now what you can do is you can use this to build your base without having to stress about how do you get up to that ledge to put that last block in. So I'm going to fly out my base using the drone and continue building up to demonstrate this wonderful innovation of Empyrion. So what you can do, as you can see here, I've been building up. Let's come over here. I've been building up my base like so. When you get to a certain distance away, you will lose connection and it will take you back into your body. So remember that you can't stand too far away. Now for building your base, it makes it a piece of cake, because you notice you can still access your toolbar, and it's for using building blocks that you excuse me, the drone comes into its own. So I can place a block there, and I can fly up a bit higher, place another block there. And I tend to want to make my floors, oh bugger, well never mind, it's only a concrete block. But I like to make my floors 4 tall, because one, the lighting, you get the most benefit from about 4 blocks up. Also when we're going to the spacecraft, you need at least 4 blocks, so 5 blocks in total. So let's do one more to show you. Actually that's not a waste, because I can build that wall eventually. So there we go, that's going to be the height of this floor. Oops, let's try and get myself back straight. If you use the Q and E keys, remember that rotates you each direction, straightens you out. So what a wonderful innovation the personal drone is. It's absolutely fantastic for when you get to a hostile environment, like an alien base or something, and you can send your drone in to scan it out, to scout it out for you, so you haven't got to risk dying that 100th time. You just send this ahead and it can scout, and you can build up your base using it. The possibilities are endless, but it's all good. Now what I need to do, of course, is build a floor level with the ground for my hover vehicle to get in and out. I'm not going to be on the hover vehicle long, because they're great as the first vehicle, but the small vessel's the best one for flying around and gathering stuff. So there we go though, that's the F5 key. If you press the F5 key, it brings up your drone. As you'll see, if you press it again, puts you back in your body, and then you can continue on from where you left off. So making them high ceilings is now a piece of cake for you. So this floor I've done correctly at 3 tiles high, but where I've messed up is my ground floor where the water is. Oops. Oh come on, let me out of this. I get a little fiddly with the keys. So you can see I've levelled this out and put all stone in, because this is where I want my hangar door. So I'm going to have to rip the ceiling down and put it 2 blocks higher up. But you know what, these concrete blocks that I'm using, let's show you how simple and easy they are to get. So if we come to the survival constructor, you're going to get tons of crushed stone. With the crushed stone you turn it into rock dust, and with the rock dust you turn it into cement, and the cement you then turn into concrete blocks. And you can see here, look, I've got 500, but I can make thousands of them. Do I care if a drone shoots them up? If the drone's shooting the concrete blocks, that means it's not shooting at me. So it can shoot up as many of my concrete blocks in my base as it wants, while I equip my assault rifle, shoot it to bits, and then farm its contents, loot its contents. So concrete blocks, your best friend at the beginning. People have mentioned doing the stronger ones, and we can do them once we start to gather loads of materials. So there we go, that's the concrete blocks, building your base. Very, very nice and simple. Right, let's get to some good stuff. Next, let's take a look at the tier 2 drill. I love this drill. I love mining. Any of you that have been watching any of my series, especially Worm, know I love mining. So the most beautiful mining equipment you can get is the tier 2 drill. You'll remember that in the last episode, let's just quickly bring it back up. I went into the tech tree, into tools, and I learnt the tier 2 drill. Once you've learnt it, then let's come out there, go into the constructor. Once you've learnt it, if you go into your tools, you'll see in there two new things that occur. One, you'll get access to the drill tier 2. Also, and this is the most beautiful, no more gathering seaweed from under the water. Well, not unless you like gathering seaweed under the water, then I guess you're free to do as much as you want. But for me, I can now make the drill charge. The drill charge can only be used with the tier 2 drill. And as you can see, I went to town on it. I've made loads. Love it. Because it's so easy to make. Look at that. Full fuel pack and 5 metal pieces. These are in abundance. So let's now show you using this cool, and I do mean very cool. Oh, got some more lights. Probably going to need them. I do mean very cool. So to demonstrate this, let's just first check. You can see I'm slowly building up more fuel tanks. Make sure my base never runs out of power. Always keeping lots of fuel packs on me as well. See, so I've got 2 full. That's cool. Okay, so let's go use the tier 2 drill. Now you'll notice over here, remember I had one elevator system going down covering 3 different floors. I don't advise doing that because when you're going down, it's easy to miss a floor and go straight by it. So you'll see I destroyed the floor, the extra floor that was above, and just expanded this ground level where my farm is, and moved all of the generator, the large constructor, and my fuel tanks to this level. This elevator goes up to the water and out to the roof, but what I may do is just have this elevator going to the water level or the ground level, and then another elevator, just basically splitting the floors up. But anyway, if we go over here, this is an area which I've set aside for demonstrating to you the tier 2 drill. First, let's show you the lights, controlling the lights in your base. If you hover over a light and press the P key, you can individually control the lights. So if you press the P key without selecting a light, so if I walk over here and press the P key, that allows me to adjust anything in my base. But let's say, for example, as you know I love to give you examples, let's say you place down a light and its intensity is blinding you. I mean, it's just blinding you like so. Now you can press the P key and then go about trying to find out which light that was you needed to adjust, or you can make life very simple and just hover over the light in question, press the P key, thereby it selects automatically the right light that you want to adjust, and over here's the intensity range. We can even adjust the colours. Wow, we haven't done pink for a bit, have we? Talk about a trip with that. I'd be tripping if my base was pink, but I'm not going to go tripping. I'm going to go with, what colour should we go with? See this? How cool is this? This game rocks. Empyrion Galactic Survival is right up there, numero uno amongst galactic survival games. They don't come much better than this. Alright, let's get back down to earth and realistic. We'll go with white. Now what you can do, let's put the intensity right down. That may not seem bright, but I can see. And what you can also adjust is the range. Now, right, if I remember, that's the third light down, because what I want to show you is, let's face that way, press the P key, third light down, so it is still the right one. In fact, let's move it so you can see the end, and you'll see what I'm getting at. Right, so, and do the range. You see it'll light up further along this tunnel for me, and I could make it a little brighter. But that's a bit too bright, I think, for you. That'll do. So there you go, and that's how you can adjust every individual thing that you have to obviously plant it connected to a concrete block in your base, and then you can adjust just about whatever you want. Down here, by selecting the small generator, you see it's showing us its maximum output power wise, the fuel, its Oh, blinking heck, there's the timer. So you can select any individual component in your base and gather details about it. The most common things you'll want to know is how much power is it using. So if go back to, let's go to this light. If we adjust its intensity, okay, we're looking at the max power consumption. If we adjust its intensity, oh, I thought that was going to go up. No, alright. Well, with some things, if you obviously intensify them, they're going to use up more fuel. Oh, there's the power usage. Was that the one? Maybe not. Okay, won't dwell on that. Time has gone. I haven't got time to flaff around. But you get the picture. You can select. If you're on a multiplayer server, you can put lock access codes. Oh, wow. You can start getting real secure. You can select. Go through selecting all your components and it shows you the health of them. So if a drone's been busy shooting up your doors outside, you can see how much health they got left. Right, quickly, let's go over the tier 2 drill. The love of my life in Empyrion Galactic Survival. Okay, let's eat some more food. There we go. Let's select this tier 2 drill. Okay, if you right click, here's the options you get. Resource mining, used for removing terrain, mining ores, drill automatically picks up the ores. There you go. That's why this drill is 1,000,000 times better than the tier 1 drill. The tier 1 drill, you have to manually pick up what you mine. Happy days. We can now mine and it automatically picks the stuff up for us. Over here, flattening. Do you remember there was the tools? There was one called Fill and Flatten. Well, this is how you do your flattening now. And terrain removal, used for fast removal of terrain. So that's the equivalent of pressing both mouse buttons when you're drilling. And lastly down here, fill. So here's the Fill and Flatten tool. It's now been moved into the tier 2 drill. Okay, let's try our hand at flattening, shall we? I'm probably going to make a complete pig zero this, but let's try, because what I want to do is make a tunnel to the distance there, and you'll see why in a minute. Look at that, it's just lovely, and I'm getting all the items now. Let's turn the sound up a bit. So everything I drill, I'm getting. Automatically, no messing around. Just it's doing it, and I tell you something, it works for me. I love it. Now we can go around, and yep, as you can see, I've made a tunnel in my base, so I haven't got to go outside and face. I'm not scared of the drones, but you know, I like to have access to things from my base. You know how lazy I am, so I just take a stroll down this tunnel, and whenever I get low on iron, I can just come out here and start mining a load of it. How beautiful. The thing is, I will have to eventually dig to the surface because I don't want to waste the iron that's above me. But look at this. You can see as I'm drilling, it's telling me what I'm getting. Although I can't see them. Yeah, see in the bottom left there, I'm getting experience. And of course I will be getting all the items. If we go into my pocket. Oh, I know why I'm not getting nothing. Be very careful of that. I was using the flatten tool. You have to remember to put it back to resource mining. So alright, I wasted a bit of the resource. That's why it wasn't showing up. I do love to make mistakes when I'm recording because it allows me to give you perfect demonstrations. Now observe. Now that I've stopped being stupid, I put it to resource mining. Now we're gonna get the resources. What a plonker. But there we go, I love doing it. You know, nothing better. See the iron ore now I'm gathering? What a plonker. But remember, if you're using the flatten, it used to be that it gave you the resources even when you filled or when you flattened. They've changed it now, so you only get resources if you're actually drilling. You know, such is life. I did love being able to flatten and get all the rocks to make my concrete blocks, you know, the rock stones, but now you just have to stick to using the resource gather mode. Now, does it still work if you do the left and the right button? No, it just brings that up. So if you want to do the fast drilling, you have to select terrain removal, but you aren't going to get any ores. Just stick to this one, because there's nothing worse than spending half an hour drilling a node away so it's all gone the node, and then realising you didn't actually gather any of it. Not good. So as you can see, this tier 2 drill kicks, you know what, kicks derriere, kicks butt. Absolutely brilliant. And what I will do now is build a pathway going up through the ores to get to the surface, because you remember what I said about ores in Empyrion Galactic Survival. They start from the surface, so don't go wasting the ores by drilling down. Start from the surface. The only reason I'm demonstrating doing it this way is just because I'll come out my base to show you, but I did show you previously. Normally I'll start on top of the ground and mine out a massive crater as I mine all of the ore out. So let's take a look. I think I've got plenty of this now. Yeah, look at that, I've got nearly 100 iron ore, and I've slowly made a path up. So there we go, that's the tier 2 drill. Right, let's quickly check my notes. Did I cover everything that I wanted to? Probably not, because in Empyrion Galactic it is such a fun game to play with so much to do. There's always going to be something I want to show you. Like I say, I'm seriously considering now going into a recording frenzy with Empyrion Galactica. The only trouble is I've got lots of other games to do episodes on, so maybe, we'll see. Thank you to everyone who's been viewing my Empyrion series. I love playing this game, and I really hope that the viewing doesn't drop off for it, because I'd hate to stop making episodes on it, because we got so much we can still do. I mean, forget going up into space and the moon and all the planets. That's all just excellent fun. I'm not rushing it, because this is still an early development game. They're still adding tons and tons to it. So if I rush through all the content in the game and they go changing all the content with updates, then I'll have to call it Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Season 6, 10, Season 20, and it gets stupid. I just want to make a series on Empyrion Galactic Survival called Empyrion Galactic Survival Episode 1, and hopefully we'll get to episode 500. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.